everyone doing? Hello, Good Night. Hello, Viron. Hello, Raging. Welcome. My stuff there. Ignore it. Fort Stinky got moved over here, so then my knitting basket got elevated. Now you can see the mess that it is. So, ignore it. I also have knitting on my desk. It's everywhere. But hi, hello! I took yesterday off, so I'm streaming here now. Because I have a long weekend. As I've mentioned, it's Memorial Day. So I switched yesterday and today's stream. Exciting stuff. I will be cosplaying Raven tomorrow when I play Danganronpa. Which I should be playing it for a little bit longer. I'm planning on starting at like maybe 4, doing a good old 5-hour stream. We're like working up to it right now. All right, but I hope everyone is doing well, having a good weekend so far. All right, you're really just have photo. Have I looked at this ledger? Oh. What is this? What did I pick this up? Damaged ledger. This is a ledger I found in the trash. Have we looked at this? Yes, we have. This was ours. We've already looked at this. Okay, we'll put this away. Hello, Mike. Hope you're doing well. Oh, this is what it was. Fingerless gloves. But we don't care. That gives us electrochemistry, and we don't necessarily care about electrochemistry. Okay. Go down that way. Hi, Sun Gods! How are ya? Can I go up this way? Man. Okay. It's like hard to see. What is this? Hey, look at this. A bold slogan, Humanox, covers the truck. You know, hanging in there. I honestly have like a slight bit of a headache. I just took some Advil. I'm sipping water. What the hell? This tank top gives me a stat boost. My shirt. Oh boy. +1 for conceptualization, but -1 suggestion. This shirt I picked up in the trash, however, gives me +1 physical instrument. I don't know about that. Hi Plume. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Few things? So. Alright, horseback monument. Oh boy, I hear. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philippe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian..." Oh, is it Felipe? The Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Felipe II, the opulent father of Felipe IV the Insane. Great. Hello, George. You love this game so much. It's... Boy, break the remnant. It's a fun time. I'm enjoying it so far. Doing okay? I would give you, if you would consent, a hug if I could, if it were possible. Okay is better than not okay. I'm happy to hear. We succeeded our volition check. Not a good track record of mental health in that family. Encyclopedia. What did this king do? Sweet. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Felipe was known for his profligacy. What way? Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers. This is the reign of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end of his family line, and the monarchy on the Insulindian Zola. How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury? Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. I can see where it could be exhausting, but if you have to read it all out loud, though, it's fine. There's some things that I don't care enough to read out loud, but and like I'll skim it, but it's like interesting having a narrator read it aloud, but I read things really fast, so I'd rather read it to you guys. And I don't mind reading it to you guys. He called it the Soul Arum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-tipped feathers like some obese dragon instead of a bed like a normal person. The man certainly knew how to live, says our horrific necktie. I would like to sleep on Gold Hustler style. The king is the king and he can do anything. Wait, really? There's no way that's true? A deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction? Of course. The what now? You see, old Felipe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. So he was addicted to nose candy? Okay, well, where is he buried now? Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. I also read really fast, so I get you. The writing is just so interesting, both in the words they use and the plot that this game was incredible. I agree. I love it. I don't know. I feel like it's like fun to read. The writing is really interesting. I feel like it's very flavorful. I find it just like very enjoyable. I don't think it's necessarily tedious to read aloud. If anything, it feels like I'm reading a very fun storybook, guys. It's the feeling that I get when I play, so. And hello, this is just a username. Welcome. What happened to the statue? The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships of the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Hello, Cheeks. I want to say it is the final cut, but I am not sure. Let me double check. And hello, Porter Knight. Welcome in. It is Disco Elysium, the final cut that I have in my library. I think. It just says Disco Elysium. It is fully voiced. I turned it off because I didn't want to hear the narration I had on the first stream I did of it, and it was a lot of fun, but they just read a little slow, so I wanted to read it. The different voices that they have are really great. The necktie is a character. Yeah, but I just wanted to read it, guys. Thank you, how are you? I'm good. I had mentioned a little bit earlier, I have a bit of a headache that I'm nursing. I don't know where it came from. I had coffee today, so it's not a caffeine headache. I think I had hot coffee for the first time in a while. I normally drink cold brew. So maybe it just wasn't enough caffeine, but them's the breaks. I did so much sewing today, guys. I had a very chill, productive day. But yeah, so I'm excited to talk into some Disco Elysium. I missed you guys yesterday. Yeah, I just assumed you turned off for the reason you said valid. Yes. Oh, hello, Cal. Is it not? I see it's slacking. I can do that. I normally just leave it on even when I skip through a bit. I feel bad. Well, I read it aloud once, so it'd be two voices at the same time. And I feel bad cutting off words. I don't know if you guys do that. When I play games where people are voiced, sometimes I let them speak fully. Even if I read it first, just to let them finish. I feel like I'm interrupting them. I also just love how you can build your character as a brute or a wimp. That's super brilliant. And the wimp used to do that was basically Sherlock Holmes. Yes, I am a sorry cop. I'm just trying to play this game kind of like if I were there. And so far, the game has bullied me for being a very apologetic person. Also, I'm like insane. I fucking put a point into derealization because I was like, yo, this sounds like the shit I used to do when I was a kid all the time. So, that, we're doing Kingdom of Conscience right now. Which a breakthrough is imminent, I guess, when we're done here. But this is my stat spread. We have so much in Inland Empire. We love talking to the voices in our head. It's so much fun. Yeah, it's pretty. I'm very much amused by it. Yeah, I usually do my best not to interrupt for like maybe the first few days. Then I lose patience regardless every now and then. Oh yeah, that happens. I feel like you're insane no matter what route you choose. By default, I feel like our protagonist here, whose name I'm still not sure about, is a little bit crazy. Poor guy. And I have not seen the poster for Ip Man 5. Is that the latest Ip Man? We only watched like, I want to say one, maybe two, but I've been keeping up with them. Hello, Fu. How are you doing? Welcome in. Love passing our encyclopedia. Most historians think the Coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the Communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer for the monument. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. That is quite ironic. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time. A rare butterfly, trapped in amber. Should technically be a dragonfly, but floating on a sea of shit. That's brilliant. So funny and nihilistic. People at Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. But it is so ironic. Felipe III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Hi, GD! Hey, is your internet back? Oh, you're well, but still no internet. How are you here? We were gonna do a D&D movie night. I haven't posted this in the Discord, but I didn't do it, and I kind of didn't say anything about it. But I want to wait until you're back before we do anything. I miss you, and I don't want to, like, hold these things while you're gone. I know things are kind of crazy over there. Okay. I'm glad you're well. I don't even know if you can hear me. I hope you get power internet back soon. I don't know why, but the art of the characters makes me think of a Chernobyl apocalypse time. Interesting. Yes. For those who don't know, GD's located in Guam, and they got hit with a crazy storm. Oh my goodness. Hello! I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Vitcha? I play Disco Elysium typically on Saturdays. Once a week. This weekend, next coming weekend, I will not be able to play it on Saturday because I'm going to be busy. So also the bonus of playing it today. But maybe I'll play it on Sunday? I'm not sure. Thank you for the follow. Also, you've data on your phone? Okay, that's good at least. Oh, I miss you, GD. Let me know when your internet's back, and we'll do a celebratory movie night and everything. Do you need anything? I don't know how I can help. I mean, aside from power and internet, I can't really mail those things over, but you know. If you need anything, let me know. Not that he ever did in life either.
Kingdom
yes.
of conscience.
Fun narrator voice.
The kingdom of conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The toy must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Centrism isn't change, not even incremental change. It is control over yourself and the world. Exercise it. Look up at the sky, at the dark shapes of the Coalition airships hanging there. Ask yourself, is there something sinister in moralism? And then answer, no. God is in his heaven. Everything is normal on earth.
Thank you.
Thank you for the follow. Sure love this. It's not a Neon Genesis Evangelion reference because it's like the Bible, but like, man, that Neon Genesis Evangelion reference. I love it. Hello, teabagging since 1990. Welcome in. It sounds like Guam doesn't really have power or internet, unfortunately. But hopefully your friend is okay, teabagging. And hello, Jopium. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend. You reside in America. I hope you're having a wonderful Memorial Day. Hi! Oh, balls. Learning cap for volition and logic raised, and more or less dialogue options heal +1 more row. Not like a bonus, but I like it. I like it. That means it's an Ultraman reference? Yes, of course. Let me... Save. I'm very bad at... I have a bazillion autosaves. Okay, what's this? Take all? Give me that money. Good. Okay, who's this? Tail driver. A small wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. The warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter. Cigarettes and food money? Maybe she's your grandma? Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask some questions. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her. Grandma? Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Snap fingers.
Wait.
Lieutenant stops you before you can snap.
She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
Okay. I wonder why they put her here. I would like to interact with her. A foreign car, kept in good condition. Mail that money. That. Broad factory of magnets and miracles U-49. A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy, Grodd-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. Let's look at the window. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. What about the backseat? Reception site. Fuck politics. Oh boy. Let's just all work. What? The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. Large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels down into the stone. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. Title reads, Man from Heimdall in the Lost City of the Pygmy. I don't know if I even said that correctly. Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Grits his teeth. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Lieutenant nods toward the racist lorry driver. You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy? Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine. Alright, what's there's an insignia? The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. Forgot how relaxing the music was in this. It's quite nice, honestly. Oh boy, this is probably the guy.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot, and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here? It is quite a unique vibe. It's very... I don't know.
Hold up
Unique.
and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
No?
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
He chants at the
Right
gates.
to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different.
He leans closer.
It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here.
He bellows to the gates.
Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
The loitering man hollers in return, call me mañana. What exactly is your goal here? We were promised work, he points to the gates. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. And you were unable to breach the entrance? Shadowrun vibe with the graphics, just done more on the art side of things. Main gates locked, would take heavy ordnance to bust open. I tried to get in through the secretary's office. He points up the stairs. The door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess. That's right, punk either. He points at the dock worker idling on the staircase. I mean head measurer, or whatever he is. Head measurer? Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him. Bad could one guy be? You seem capable. Bad. The man glares at you. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there, but that one's no joke. And my men are tired. Hungry. They're workers, not fighters. Why don't you just talk to them? Like civilized folk, you mean? The man rubs his chin. These native fucks don't understand civilized. It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now. If you can't get in anyway. Phrenology? The recent Shadowrun games were great for that too. No. They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge. The man rubs his jaw. A perfect, lightly bearded square wedge. For all these strike breakers. Honest men and women. With rights. Work. To be useful. Not toys for corporate interests. The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in a time of crisis. If Union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work. I have a question. Lieutenant looks him in the eye. Why do all these men follow your leadership? You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market. Rules of the economy. Because they were, he starts bellowing, given a job to do. What is this strike? When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people. He shifts uncomfortably in his worker's overalls. What do the strikers want? Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we, he raises his fist and starts shouting again, have the right to work. Something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting. Ill-fitting, what's that mean? They don't fit well. His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls held up by a belt seem to fit a man with much more corpulence. You wearing new clothes? He ignores her question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Hi, Justin. How are you? What's up? Welcome in. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off from this guy. Ask him where he's from. Okay, I gotta ask. Where exactly are you from? Hi, Thunder. Happy Sunday. What's it to you? Deep-set suspicion drips from every syllable. Let's see. Curiosity, going to figure out this strike mess. Routine, party investigation. I thought you looked real familiar for a second there. Curiosity. Big mess. Caused by union greed. He shoots you a wary, distrustful look. But I only fight for the rights of the people. Already got that. I'm interested in your background. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs. Heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. A bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell. Fuck. Should we gamble? Yeah, I think I've been there. Not right now, but I might have been there. I don't remember things well. Never heard of it. Are you lying? Oh boy. My Sunday has been good. It's been quite a lovely Sunday. I've been able to do more things today, knowing that I also have tomorrow off, I feel. But yeah. I've been posting a lot of pictures on Twitter because I've been doing so much. I started working on a cover for my sewing machine because when I picked it up to sew some stuff yesterday, I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much like dust and like Purse's hair gets all over it. So I was like, I need to make this a cover. So I started on that today. And I was also stash busting, which is what it's called when you use leftover scraps of fabric for a project, basically. So I've so much like leftover fabric from so much stuff. So I'm working through that. I'm hoping to finish it tomorrow. We shall see. And then I also completely finished fixing up Tifa's accessories. They were like a little English. Be better. And then I was working on Ada. So that was a lot of fun for me. I was installing a bunch of rivets. But I'm thinking tomorrow I should be able to finish her top harness, which is very exciting. You've been playing a lot of a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh. Under the free playtest they have right now. Has it been fun? What's the project? Which project? Like what I was working on yesterday? Or I can tell him he's lying. He squints at you. He was lying! A little spark of violence gutters in his eyes. Then he blinks and turns to his men. We're done here. I have a strike to break.
Right to work! Right to work!
Hey, tough guy!
You!
I had more questions. Let me see. Excuse me, I had further inquiries. Nah, let's be mean.
Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
We'll see. The hulking man oozes stark skeptic. See if I can routine. Am I a suspect? No crimes, only fight for the rights of the people. Okay, he's a thing. Backgrounds. What is it? Yeah. What if I say I think I've been there a long time ago? Okay, he doesn't tell me much. Alright. Has been a new take on the ASYM genre. Being at Ada Wong, I just finished Resident Evil 4, super fun game. Then my integrate was a B because you died a few times. That's fine. Oh, asymmetrical, I see. Your ending grade is not determined by how many times you die. It's determined by how fast you finish the game. Fun fact. But I'm glad you enjoyed Resident Evil 4. Hal just started it last night, which is very exciting. He's been playing through the Resident Evil games. So it's been really fun reliving them. He just beat Resident Evil 3 last night, which is why he just started 4. And Resident Evil 3 just reminds me of how much I love Jill Valentine. I love her. So great. Hello, Andy! Got Steph fabric release for Christmas? Noted! You don't have to. Also, Writer Sheet's valid, smart, worth, and good enough, and beautiful as a cherry on top and do that daily. You're so sweet. I also love cherries, so cherry on top. You don't have to get me fabric, I lie. There's so much, I'm doing so much now. You could get me, like, yarn. You could get me fabric. You could get me, like, buttons. I'll just be crafting. Cherries are delicious. I have some fridge. Wow, is he the Hulk? I know, this dude's so big, but his top is so small and his pants are so big. I don't know what happened. Who dressed him? It's a 3v4 game? I see. It's why your rank always sucks in Resident Evil. You don't like rushing through them. I feel that so much. My first playthrough was so slow. And my second playthrough that I'm working on right now off stream is I'm trying to do a professional run to unlock like a whole bunch of stuff. So it's like, in order to get the highest rank, I'm like trying to bust my ass. I'm using a guide, so I should be okay, but it's like so different. So I'm just like running through everything. The guide's like telling me all the best ways to like run through. I'm just stressed because, you know, like you'll come up against hard enemies. The guide will be like, just hug the wall and just keep running and just trust me, you'll be fine. And I'm like, okay, I guess. So. Oh, I didn't know it was great on how fast you beat the game? Yes! I did some backtracking in the game a few times, so that explains the grade. Yeah, it took me, I want to say, like 20 hours to beat Resident Evil 4 because I snailed around. I was looking at every nook and cranny. I got every single treasure on my first playthrough, so I did a lot of like backtracking and running around. I'm sure Jenna wants me to get a cut out on Oshinoko, but I've just been gaming lately. Oh. He's also been gaming. I was just chatting with him earlier. He finished the latest Star Wars game. So, I didn't ask him how good it was, but I'll hear about it at some point. I know Kel was sort of starting the first Star Wars game. I still have to play the first Star Wars game. I also still have to check out Oshinoko. So many other things. They're on your wish list? I don't fabric in my like or maybe too costly. Oh, you are too kind. It's okay. Thank you. I have plenty of other things on my list that are also grand things, but don't ever feel obligated to get me anything. I show professional difficulties impossible. Yo, if you ever want to do a professional difficulty run, let me know. There's this dude on YouTube whose guide I'm following in order to do the S run, in order to unlock a bunch of stuff to make an S plus run like way easier. This dude, I love his videos because like the way that he like talks and stuff is like, he talks like he's like your friend. He's like, just trust me, you'll be okay, you'll be great, you just gotta do what I tell you to do and you'll make it through the segment, okay? And he'll like coach you and he'll be like, you're doing great, you're doing fine, it's okay if you get hit, like hella reassuring and stuff. I'm like, I just checked out his guide as like a guide, but he was so entertaining to like listen to that I was like, oh. I'm trying to zoom up. That's awesome. New Star Wars. I'm still playing the first Star Wars game. Jedi Survivor's pretty great. Very good sequel. That's what I hear. I've been skeptical if the first episode was fire. The rest kind of felt meh, but our Jenna said the last episode really got things going again. That's what he said as well. Oshinoko was wild. You know what else to say without rooting stuff? That's okay. I heard the first episode's like the best, and then it's like kind of okay. I heard that about like a certain something that happened. But I still don't know the plot of the story, so one of these days I'll check it out. I was trying to get all the treasures too, but I missed a lot of the locked ones in the drawers and the hanging ones. Probably why I was struggling in the gemstones department. Oh. GD can't hear me say how much I love and miss him. So sad. Jedi Fallen Order is dirt cheap on like every platform, so if you do feel like playing it, bet you can get it for less than $5. You're behind on apps for Oshinoko. I haven't been watching, so I could understand. Oh, I have a level up? What should I level up, guys? I don't know what I should level up. Yeah, enjoy Lyricy. 3 episodes behind. Were we all drinking? I had some alcohols yesterday for the first time in a long time. But I just have water here. Thanks, Thunder. Honestly, I'm not a Star Wars guy, not even a Jedi guy. I have to tell myself you're an oppressed space wizard with a laser sword to remind myself why I should care. Oh. I enjoy Star Wars. My favorite Star Wars game is, I should say, because it's like one of the few, if not the only ones that I've completed. Why am I forgetting the name? There's one on the Xbox 360 where you play as a stormtrooper. Slap. So good. So good! I did not think it would be as good as it was. I kind of want to say also that, like, this R.I.H. Great Rebel Patrol Industry Harbor. Oh, G-R-I-A. That makes sense. Maybe it was on Xbox. It was an old-ass game. Gab? Asks a man with jolly eyes tilting his head. Fuck. Christmas in May ale? A Christmas ale? But it's in May? Oh, I see. What makes it a Christmas ale? I'm enjoying Jedi Fallen Order. It's fun. My favorite Star Wars game is Pod Racer. You never got to play Pod Racer? I used to be really into Star Wars, and while I still like it, that love fell out with the new films. I kind of feel like maybe they shouldn't have done any of the new films at all. Of, like, the newer, like, post Episode 3 films, I only, like, really enjoyed Rogue One. As a kid, I liked the ship fights and stuff, but I was even annoyed AF at these supposedly well-geared soldiers with blasters. Can't kill these people with lasers who are just running around like no armor. Aww. I remember the original Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PS2. I heard that was really good, but I never really played that a lot. Also, like, Force Unleashed, both 1 and 2. Also, Squadrons. I didn't remember that Star Wars fighting game on the PS1. Dumb fun. I liked Lego Star Wars. My sister and I played that. But even I liked Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. But prior to that, all I liked were the older Battlefront games and the Rogue Squadron / Leader games. Republic Commando! That's what I was. Republic Commando slapped. That's my favorite Star Wars game. I haven't played much, but I did play that one, and that one's really, really good. Got hints of Christmassy flavors like nutmeg. Ooh, sounds yummy. Got me thinking I want a Pim's Cup. I don't have enough stores to, like, make alcoholic beverages when I want, which makes me kind of sad. Like, I would love to just make a margarita to enjoy, but I don't have things to make a margarita. All I have is just my huge jug of rum. I need to get some ginger beer so I can at least make myself a dark and stormy. But rum and Coke is my go-to beverage. Hello, Theory. Welcome in. My favorite Star Wars game is the OG Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PS2. I played that game for hours when I was a kid. I was angry EA ruined the Battlefront series. Oh. Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 is a good Star Wars RPG. Oh shit, I heard Republic Commando was another good one for even non-Star Wars fans. You play as a Stormtrooper. So it plays more like a shooter game set in the Star Wars universe than like a Star Wars game, if that makes sense. That's how I felt. Don't need that much storage for a simple margarita. I know. But I need money. And I need to find things. Rum and Coke sounds good right now. It is. I'm glad I got to play that since it with the N64 I bought at the time for Ocarina of Time. It was really fun. When you invest in tequila to keep, make sure you get at least Patron. Give your body a chance. That is, if I can, the tequila I prefer to drink. But it's expensive! Doesn't need to be top shelf, but middle shelf. Rum and Coke sounds good. Also ice cream too. Ice cream does sound good. Tell me these mini Nutella pies while I assisted. It fucking slaps. They're so fucking good. Trying my best to destroy them. Alright, you're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time? I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you.
His
No
smile.
one's ever seen a cop scab.
Smile deepens his wrinkles even more.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
Defrosting some bratwursts for dinner tonight? Do you eat bratwursts commonly? I feel like this is the second instance in which I have heard of them. I don't know if I've ever really, like, had one. Hey, you're the man in boots at the gates. Kuna said you know about the armor. Dead body. Short on money. Ask this homie for some money? I don't think so. Go here. He smiles. Little boy did good on his promise. Promise? They're an easy food, so yeah? Maybe I should look into it. Yeah, Patron Silver is a good investment, especially if you don't drink a lot. That, a margarita mix, and lemon salt, they'll last forever. And if you don't have some ice trays and a blender, we need to get you those. I have ice trays. I don't have a blender. I had to sell all my SNES stuff to pay for the N64. Why I don't have my SNES copy of Chrono Trigger? If I could go back and slap my teen self. I'm sorry. Don't you hate those, like, things you give away when you're younger, and then when you're older you realize how much you should not have given those things away? The worst. I'm lazy when it comes to cooking because at work I make food for other people all day, so when I'm home I just want simple goodness. That's fair. Sometimes I do prep heavy foods. Baking food just takes so much out of you. The latest cocktail recipe my sister sent me was a manzana margarita. What's that? That is very rare. For real. To get me into trouble, to sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words, not mine. What happened? I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it. Yep, so many PS1 titles ended up like that. Oh. Did you? At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere. The cop's in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. Miles. One bad move is all it takes. The probe into the armor, what did you learn? I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor. What else? Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part. Used to scare you? Okay. What sort of technical stuff? I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library, he explains with a wry smile. I didn't get into the material science. Just how it comes off. And I might be getting you a blender in July. Oh, don't go too cheap. I don't even know what too cheap is. Will be used for making other drinks and slushes and milkshakes that bring everyone to your yard. If I could make milkshakes, I'd be making myself boozy milkshakes. Like boozy ice cream milkshakes. Like all the time. They're so good. I can see myself doing that a lot. Alright, how does it come off? In parts, 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. I'd come visit for that. Some boozy milkshakes. Ice cream milkshakes. Love a good milkshake and booze is a great plus. There is this like chain, I guess, of like nicer burgers that you like customize called The Counter. It was this like restaurant chain in the Bay Area. I'm not sure where else they have them. I like them a lot, though they are pricey. They were great. I love going there, and they also sold boozy milkshakes, which was also great. I quite enjoyed them. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some Elysium. A manzana margarita uses apple and lemon juice along spiced maple syrup? That sounds interesting. How's it taste? Sounds like it'd be pretty yummy. Brave Real Burgers is a chain like that in Colorado? Same thing you just said? Oh. Do they also have boozy milkshakes? This is making me want a burger, guys. This is making me want like a burger and a milkshake. And I can't quite do a milkshake, but I could get a burger. Theoretically. Is today National Burger Day? Wait, hold on. Oh, you're not a margarita fan? That makes sense. I would love to try your peanut butter cookies. I make some pretty good peanut butter cookies. Unheard of this chain? You have to go to bed right now? Bedtime's important. No, I appreciate you hanging out. You'll choose between beef, bison, turkey, or black bean patties? That sounds very similar. The counter was like that too. They had like some different types of meat. And also vegetarian choices. You've never heard of someone putting booze in a milkshake before? It's pretty dang good. It's National Burger Day, guys. I got a burger. 4 a.m. Gotta get a burger tomorrow after work. Good morning. Or I guess good night if you're headed to bed soon. You should totally get a burger. What do you like in your burger? If you're in Colorado, if you're in Springs, this is legit across the street from a Five Guys. Five Guys is also pretty good, but I don't know. Their stuff is like so greasy sometimes. 3.5 hours of sleep. Oh no. Do you have a hard time falling asleep? Well, shit. Guess I need to change to having a burger instead of a brat. Wait, didn't you say that you were cooking it? Five Guys is good. They're pricey though. Wonderful truffle fries. I have a friend who's obsessed with anything truffle. I'm a plain Jane. I like regular salt, pepper, ketchup. Having a burger instead of a Kuno? Five Guys is overrated. Five Guys is expensive. You like all the sneezing? National Burger Day. It is National Burger Day. Could I DoorDash a burger? $15 for a regular burger. Don't you hate how expensive burgers are? Crave Real Burgers, not Five Guys. Also, Crave Real Burgers is basically just a little more expensive than Five Guys. So if you're gonna spend that money, you know where to choose. That's fine. You're a plain Jane too. I just like ketchup, mustard, and cheese on your burger, and barbecue sauce. I like just the standard ass classic burger of like whatever, you know, burger, meat, tomato, lettuce, no pickle. I want cheap food, but I go ham on anime figures. cosplay makes, like, it burns a hole in my pocket, which is why, like, having coffees now that I have to pay for living is so helpful. Allows me to craft. Now I'm like, do I get McDonald's or something easy for a burger? Also, if you like melted mozzarella and basil infused olive oil and stuff, I recommend the burger called the Wise Guy. I do. I love stuff like that. I love cilantro. Excuse me. I love cheese. I love mushrooms. There was this one, there was this other, what was it called? In the Bay Area, there was like this other burger joint that was like one of my favorites. And the burger that I would get there had like some sort of like cilantro garlic deliciousness. I forget what it was called, but it was so freaking good. You may or may not have ordered a 1/3.5 scale Amber figure. I don't know scales. I don't know how big that is. I don't know where the closest Five Guys is. Katsu burger is so bad for you, but so good. Katsu in general is so yummy. Thing is huge. You want to order some pizza today instead? You went to shop and get groceries and beer. It's arguably, I mean, it is like, yeah, it's important to have groceries. I feel that though. Kerrville Burgers is where you go when you want to get the better option. It's a great place to take a date. I'm so tempted, but I'm so broke right now. I was just looking at my bank account earlier, so I'm like, I could get burgers, but then I really can't get anything else until payday. It's big. Think if you were a third the size you are now, and that's how big it is? Damn! That's a pretty big figure. Five Guys and In-N-Out burgers are fucking lit. 10 out of 10. I miss In-N-Out. In-N-Out's like, I don't know. It tastes clean to me. Five Guys is like good, but I feel like it's so like greasy. In-N-Out doesn't taste so greasy to me, and I like that. I'm also weird as fuck, and I love In-N-Out's fries. I could eat like 2 orders of In-N-Out fries and just be fine. The black bean burger options, and I mean not beef vegetarian, but I had it and it was delicious. Black bean burgers are pretty good. Colorado Springs, Denver, and Boulder. That's not near me. Last I checked, anyway, been years. Most figures are 1.7, 1.8. Oh damn. Who's going on a date tomorrow? So I don't know if you get a burger today or tomorrow. Would your date want a burger? That's always an option. North Denver area. Local higher grade burger chain in Colorado. Colorado is so nice. One of these days, I'd like to go back. Soap dash. Just to look. Like the suburbs? So the person I'm going on a date with is a pescatarian? Ah, I see. So probably not burgers. We'll probably get them today then. Since it is burger day. Colorado Springs is like an hour and a half away from me. Colorado is a bipartisan wonderland. I love figurines too, but because of my wallet, I only buy the figure of a character I absolutely love, like my Thresh and Dark Soul character figurines. I need more Dark Souls from soft things in my life. I should also be saving. Maybe I shouldn't look at burgers. I need to be saving my money, guys, for going to the convention. If I want to buy anything at the convention, I should save my money. Whether that's either beautiful or vicious, really in between. The irony is I'm allergic to seafood and shellfish? What? That is quite ironic. Which con are you going to? I'm going to Fan Expo. Basically, in a week. Yes. I'm very excited about it. Is Shake Shack doing anything? No. How do you guys feel about Shake Shack? Evil Burger, buy me your wallet, don't fall for the temptation. I know, I should be good about it. You've never heard of it? I remember hearing of Shake Shack as like the East Coast competition for In-N-Out. That's why. But that's also why you've never heard of it, Raging. Oh! What? Oh! Thunder! What is this? Thank you so much! Oh my gosh! I appreciate it. Aww. I'll be back when I finish college. Had to take care of some family health-wise. I hope everything's okay. Very sweet of you. Overrated? What's overrated? Craven Burgers is in Castle Rock, so 4 locations. Food, but not worth it. Thank you so much, Thunder. Oh my gosh. I appreciate you. Maybe I will also invest in getting like a figure. Aw. Thank you. I appreciate you, Thunder. I'm guessing Mike is referring to Shake Shack? I think so. Food but not worth it for Shake Shack? I'm assuming. I don't think I've ever ate at a Shake Shack. They do have them in California. They're like slowly opening up. There was one in Oakland, near where I used to live. I don't think I've ever eaten at Shake Shack. I never had a White Castle at White Castle, but I heard a lot of great things about them. I've also never eaten at White Castle. Okay, we're just talking about Shake Shack. I wish I could see Steph at a con. I'm slowly working my way, guys. Hopefully, it's hard. Cal and I have talked a lot about it. I have so much trauma around conventions, but I'm working my way. Hopefully, I'll go to it a little bit more. Shake Shack opened near my office and lines were always out the door at lunchtime for 5 months. Jeez. Internet supremacy. You're so Californian, Mike. I love it. It's so funny. I do like In-N-Out more, though. So, like, same. I, too, as a California born and raised individual, In-N-Out supremacy. White Castle's good. Now I'm wondering if there's stuff to make burgers in the freezer. I love homemade burgers. Above everything else, homemade burger. I hope you have fun. Thanks! I'm sure I will. I feel like a little anxious, but I feel more so like excited. Like NYC was like fun when I went with Jane. My feet were really killing me. I think I'll be a lot more comfortable because Tifa's more comfortable. I feel like that first foray into cons with Jane was great, and I feel like that was kind of like the icebreaker for me. So I'm excited to go this time because I'll be surrounded by people who make me feel very safe, including Kel. It'll be his first convention. And I'll be going with Argentum, which will be great because it'll be like our first time attending a con together, even though we've met at a convention for the first time. And it'll be my first time going to a convention with his brother's also going and Amy's also going. It'll be lots of fun. So I'm really looking forward to it. When in Denver's rated 4.5 out of 5. It's pretty good rating. I might go to NYCC this year. Man, Comic Cons? NYCC especially is freaking huge. You've had bad experiences at cons? Yes, Justin, but not because of con goers. I was in a very abusive relationship. It started in early 2018 and it ended end of 2019. It actually ended like mid 2019, but I had still lived with him until like the end of 2019. And so he was also a cosplayer. So there's just like, I have a lot of like really weird like associations with like the convention atmosphere because of my experiences with him. It's like really, I don't know, if you guys are familiar with like trauma, I feel like it's kind of hard to explain, but it's just like being in similar environments just triggers a lot of like fight or flight for me. Like FanimeCon's happening this weekend, and it's really hard for me to like engage with social media of like people who are like really close to like old circles I was involved in, because like it was just a really big issue where like there was like the abuse that went on behind the scenes, and then there was a lot of people who I thought that were really close to me that betrayed me, that saw that I was hurt and then decided to stop being friends with me and continue being friends with my abuser instead, even though they saw me get hurt and felt bad for me and would like all this stuff. It was a mess. So it's just hard being at conventions because it reminds me a lot of that time. So I've been working through going to conventions with people that I feel safe with. So I went to my first convention in October, Anime NYC, with my friend Jane. That's where Travel Kermit came from. I'll see about bringing him to this convention too, just for fun. But yeah, so that was also like a time because NYC was also there was like so much stuff that happened like the last time that I was there. Boy, but I don't know, it just, it's hard to describe like the fight or flight feeling that I would get associated with it. So it made me really sad. It was a very complicated period of time these past couple years. Like, the pandemic happening was kind of funny timing on my part, because I was planning on taking a hiatus from conventions, but it was like, there's no need for me to announce a hiatus if no conventions exist anyways. But yeah, so just trying to like override the bad memories that I used to have at conventions with like just getting myself back in the water and just, you know, breathing through it and just telling myself like it's okay, like I don't have to have these associations of like I have to run around at someone else's whim to do things, or I'm a piece of shit person for existing because I don't do anything, you know. If you have any food spot that Amazon workers go to will have horrible lines, that I'm sorry. I feel like you guys work so hard and you guys should be fed. I'm totally hope it's possible to see you all at cons next year. You're all great friends. I do plan on making some trips next year. Aw. Homemade burgers always hit. They do. They're so good. I enjoyed Cali. I didn't enjoy Cali prices. Yes, I feel that. If I was rich, I might live in Cali. If I was stinking rich, I'd live in Hawaii. The Argentum. Kyle's first convention. He's never been to a con? No, he's not. I'm taking him to his first con. I still have to meet you both. I know! You're like so close. One of these days. I'm sure we'll beat Tropium. I feel like you're so close that I feel like us meeting is gonna happen eventually. In person, I may on Discord. Yes. I've never been to a convention besides gun convention. If you knew the folks I was raised with, you knew why. Oh yeah, PAX tickets go on sale in a few days. I should decide if I want to go to that. Yes, it's time to make a decision. Sorry you went through that. You deserve all the love and happiness. Oh, thank you. Luckily, I'm not close to very many people, so life cheat code enabled. Glad you're out of that situation. Sorry you had to go through that bull. Thank you. Cali is very expensive. Yeah, thankfully it's all in the past. You know, time heals wounds, as they say, and a lot of introspection and not quite therapy, but therapy-related books and having good conversations. So, I am sufficiently healed enough to be working on cosplay again, which is also great. There were a lot of things that I used to love that I no longer felt comfortable doing because it just reminded me of a lot of terrible things that happened. That I feel like it's hard because it's like there's an embedded sense of shame when talking about it that lingers. I understand that part of it is also like a scar from people I used to associate with, that I know that they would deride me for things that I say, even if it's my truth. So it's hard to discuss. So then I also struggle with like, I don't know if people would understand what I went through. I also don't know how uncomfortable it necessarily makes people if I talk about experiences that I went through, even though they're already like said and done with, and it's just like I'm just kind of like sharing it and I am detached and no longer necessarily like actively harmed by the situation. But then how do people know if I don't talk about it? And I'm sure there's other people going through situations similar, unfortunately. So I just have this weird, like, my foot is in both camps of like, I should talk about it and I shouldn't talk about it. But, yeah. So, you know, thanks for listening to me anytime that these things are brought up. And thank you for asking questions, because it allows me to feel reasonably permitted to talk about them. I was only in Cali because I was stationed there to attend the Military and Language Institute in Presidio of Monterey. Hey, I know Monterey. I went there like semi-recently-ish. I think I went there last year at some point. Stopped by there. Didn't go into the aquarium, I want to say. We were like around the town. I really want to also get back into cosplay. You should. If you want to cosplay, you should do it. Painfully expensive. I hate love living here in Cali. I like miss Cali, but I also would not. I couldn't survive in Cali. I'm very happy with where I am right now. I like miss people who live in Cali, so I think everyone should move to Philadelphia. I want to get more female characters on my list. Do it. I support this. Hello, Argentum. Is everything okay? Things are great. How are you? I've just come to terms. I'm just a digital spirit and will never meet anyone. Do you want to meet people, Plume? I was mentioning earlier, had been telling me to get caught up on Oshinoko. Gotta go pick up meds for 7BRB. Be safe. And have you? Nope. I can't justify buying gas in Cali. Yo, Fu, when I flew over to Philadelphia for the first time and I saw the gas prices, I was like, is that real? Because it was last year in April when gas was like $6, $7 in California. I came to Philadelphia and it's like, I don't know, $3 or something. And I was like, what the fuck? It's so cheap here. Agreed, everyone moved to Philly. Not everyone moved to the Pacific Northwest. Been playing a lot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, yes. I'm okay, those fries are pretty good. You would modify the recipe a little bit. I feel like if anyone could crack it, you could crack it, Argentum. I'm not able to say anything on it, but always feel free to talk about it, Steph, if needed. Think that goes for everyone. Oh, I appreciate you, Plume. Thank you. What? I see. You haven't seen gas more than $3.50? It's $2.85 now. That's cheap as fuck to me. Living in California, seeing it below $3 is crazy. It's usually around $4. And when gas prices skyrocketed, they were around like 6 or 7. I know some places they would reach 8, which was insane. There are, but it's just how it is. Like $2.85 now. That's about the average. Still $5.50. Jesus. Oh. Feel free, Argentum. I was thinking of walking over to give them to you guys, but I've been like sewing all day, covered in like chalk dust, and also hammering a fuck ton. Poor Kel's been like trying to chill and play his games and hang out with his friends, and I'm like sewing, and then I'm hammering away, just making a fucking ruckus behind him. I'm sorry, what? Never seeing above $3.50. That's if you have a Costco membership? Oh, I see. Other places more around $3. I see. How's progress been? Today overall or in Disco Elysium? I haven't gotten very far in Disco Elysium. 6 or 7 for regular gas at the time. In California around April last year? Yeah. It was bad. Didn't gas skyrocket everywhere? Maybe not as bad as other places. California gas is fairly expensive, so it only just got worse. It was terrible. I remember it specifically because I taunted my family about it. Because I was like, hey guys, look how cheap gas is here. And it was like cheaper than even when our gas was not expensive. And I was like, this is their expensive gas. And they were like, shut the fuck up. It was very fun for me. I was like, ooh, it's so nice here. Some construction work happening behind me. That's legit like what it like felt like I was doing. I'm so sorry. I was sewing a fuck ton because I was like, not like quilting, but I was like sewing all these squares together to basically make like a patchwork quilted sewing cover. And then when I wasn't doing that, I was like, let's work on the rivets for my Ada Wong cosplay. So I'm fucking like hammering the shit out of like making holes in the pleather and then hammering the rivets in. So much stuff. Then I stopped. But I was making a lot of noise. We've been chatting more than playing since I've gotten here. My favorite! In your team work and other productivity? Keep is done. My body in general, because I've put on, I'm pretty sure I've put on probably like 20 pounds in the past 3 years since I've like fully worn her. Of happy weight. So I'm like, wow. But the top that I made fits me so much better now. That old one, I was like, there's no way. So I remade it. It fits so much better. And I feel like everything lays so much better because I feel like the old one, the like black fabric underneath would like bend up at like an awkward angle. But like I fill it out a little bit better now. And I remade the white top so it just sits a little bit better. So I just am a lot happier with how it looks. The like scoop on the chest was like too like wide at the bottom, and her actual white top kind of like is more like a V than like a U. So I changed that shape a little bit to be a lot better, and I feel a lot better about that top. So that's good. I just touched up the armor pieces today to make them like not wrinkled. Because you could do that with EVA foam pieces. If things get like crunched and there's little wrinkles in the foam, if you hit it with the heat gun, it'll make the wrinkles disappear. So did that, cracked out the heat gun and used that. So, but yeah, and I tried on the skirt portion, which I have to get on differently than the way I used to have to get it on, because I cannot fit it over my butt anymore. Has to go on over my head. So, very strange and different to be getting into this cosplay again and noticing how my body has changed since the last time I wore it. But it also feels nice in a way, because it feels like I've definitively become a different person because I don't fit it the way that I used to. So I like it. I survived. We love chatting. We love chatting. How do you feel about that? I mean, it's very strange, but I like it. I don't mind it. I'm like, maybe I should stop being super sedentary, for my heart at least. But like, I don't know. I don't really mind it. I fit things just fine. So, let's go. Good weight gain. Oh, good. But yeah, you're looking much better. Thanks. I feel much better. So, it's kind of like, would I rather be thinner and miserable, or would I like the weight that I have now with the mental health I have now? So, like, I'd very much rather take the way that I am now. So, excited to see the finished product. I'm excited to try it all on. I kind of want to do a test fit with it. Maybe I'll do that like tomorrow, just to make sure things are okay. Double check a couple things. So, I'm running this Fan Expo. Awesome. Best of luck with the rest, Steph. You got this. Thanks. Very excited. Fan Expo's new. It used to be Wizard World Comic Con, and yeah, I've been to that a lot. It was a thing my brother and I used to do every year. How many times did you guys go? Go for it. Yeah, there's a gas station down the road from me. Whose gas prices are $2.87. Those are such nice gas prices. Damn. It's a whole new cosplay, you could say. How it looking from what I've seen you post on Twitter? You think so? I just redid like the top, and I trimmed the wig like a fair bit. So the wig should look a little different, but everything else will be. The boots are very new too, so I really need to try it all on and see how I feel. 4 or 5 times? Oh, pretty good amount. Well seasoned. How big would you say this convention is? Also, I tried asking someone on Instagram about it. They were not very helpful. They were like, it's about as big as Wizarding World, and I was like, that does not give me a frame of reference. I've never been to this con before. You've opened beer number 2, more Christmas ale. It was always a lot of fun. That's the most important thing. As long as it's a lot of fun. You haven't been to a con after COVID? I've only been to one for 1 day, so. AX 2019, that's where we met! AX 2019 had some good moments. That's where I met Nick and Broody for the first time. Well, not technically. That's where we hung out for the first time. I met them at some orchestras. The Kingdom Hearts Orchestra and the Final Fantasy VII Orchestra. A couple weeks before. But met, we didn't really know each other then. I know! I have also met, I mean, like, I've hung out with Duo since then, but I also met Duo at Kasucon before we, like, met in person. I don't know, I've memory to the big ones. It's nowhere near the size of San Diego Comic-Con, for example. Yeah, I would imagine not. What about, you should go to NYCC? Or was that it? No, it must have been NYCC, where we met. AX 2013. Cons were probably, I don't know how 2013 was. I only went to 2008 and maybe 2009 Anime Expo. But like 2009 Anime Expo is completely different from when I went 2017? Whew. 2017 it was big already. Not going to the actual con, I made the trip just to meet. Oh, me and BK? Oh. I see. Wow. see. The guy was saying that it's like a portion of Otakon, and I was like, well, Otakon's not. That's like a decent sized con, but not terribly big. So, I don't know. We'll see. We looked at the floor map though, and based off the floor map, I was like, this is not a very big con. It should be a good first con, decently sized to have enough things to do and get a good like con experience, point of reference for other cons, but not so small that like you're done after an hour. I don't think we've probably hung out at a con despite meeting through cons. We've like been around each other at cons multiple times. We've met up at cons, but I also don't think we've like hung out. Which should be rectified, I feel. I know that a lot of it is like my trauma blocking out a lot of my memories, so I don't remember a lot of 2018, 2019, unfortunately. So I just feel like I've done a whole lot of nothing on a lot of cons, so I'm sure I did things. But yeah, it's a good size. I'm pleased with it. It's not like anxiety inducing. That's what I was thinking. I just want to see Star Wars and Pokemon stuff. Maybe Firefly stuff. I feel like there will be Firefly stuff. Firefly, Kel, I love Firefly. Yeah, I was telling Kel, I was like, people love Firefly. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be Firefly stuff there, especially because it's a Comic-Con. We'll have to look for it, maybe. But I've never seen Firefly or Serenity, so I'm not gonna be able to recognize it if I see it. But I'm sure we'll find it there. I've been at cons that have only been about an hour of content. Used to go to one called J1 Con, it was just starting, was very small. Yeah. I was like, I don't think it's gonna be like that. I feel like it's gonna be like, if I could rate it on a scale of 1 to 7, I feel like this one's kind of like a 3. And I would rate Fanime as probably like an 8. Or 7. Well, probably an 8 from what I've seen, but it was like a 7 when I went before. Anime Expo would be like a 10. And then like teeny tiny local hotel cons, like a con is small if it's at a hotel. That's like a 1. Maybe a 2. If it's at a convention center, it's gotta be like a 3 or a 4. Firefly's great. I'm pissed at what Fox did that show. Same! I used to have pretty good memory, but alas, that has changed. Yay! Forgetfulness pals! High five. Damn, I've always wanted to though. Firefly was so good. Firefly's only 1 season, you can easily binge it. Firefly's like something that I should be into. It's like adjacent enough to like so many things that I'm interested in that I should watch it, but I've never watched it. They did a great job with Serenity. What an odd scale, 1 to 7? 1 to 7 or 1 to 10 or 0 to 7? What's the one scale? There's a name for that type of scale, but. Found autographs from Alan Tudyk and Jewel State. You could get a Serenity ship poster. That would be dope. We could look for it. Yeah, agreed. They are addressed to your dead name. Oh no. What about a con at a warehouse? Yes, a Likert scale. I was like, a Liechtenstein scale? Yes, a Likert scale. At a warehouse? I don't know. I would have to think. Still love them. That's good. I've been to a convention on a boat. House Center. I feel like I've probably been to some events that are kind of like at a warehouse. There's one in the dead zone of my brain that I feel like was probably at a warehouse, but I can't remember fine enough details about it. So probably. I've also autographed Veronica Taylor and LeVar Burton. I feel kindly towards LeVar Burton because he's the father of Mika Burton, who was on Critical Role, so by proxy, I love her. But it's so weird when I saw her on the show because, like, I have friends who are friends with her and have cosplayed with her, so I knew her as a mutual in the cosplay community. And then I saw her on Critical Role, and I was like, wow, that is really close to home for me. Pretty fun. Yeah, maybe the third J1 Con was in a warehouse, big-ass empty space, and they just used it. Smaller than a convention center, bigger than the, like, auditorium it was in the first couple years. Yeah, it's kind of like a weird open space. Also, Mika Burton. She's pretty cool. The first time I saw her, she did an Ada Wong cosplay for like a Resident Evil group. And Mika played LeVar's daughter in Star Trek Picard Season 3. Yes, I saw her excitedly posting about that. It's super cool. It's just like so weird, like the degrees of separation. Wow. You met Mika twice at KatsuCon? Oh boy. KatsuCon's a con that like... I'd have to go with like a group of people I really trust for me to go to KatsuCon again. That's like max difficulty con for me. That and like Fanime and are probably max difficulty. I don't know about Anime Expo. I've had some really traumatizing stuff happen to me at Anime Expo, but like I feel like with the right group of people, I'd probably be okay. Because I had enough good things happen where I was like kind of okay. I really believe in the like 5 degrees of separation thing. It boggles my mind how close some things can be. Like, I'm reading through like Outlander right now, and it's like funny because like things happen and like, you know, the main characters wind up in congregating in areas and you think, wow, in the whole wide world. But then, you know, I'm like, you know, in my own life, there's some things. Some people are closer than you think. We'll get you back up here to a con. Man, Soccer Con is also one of those where it's just kind of like, ooh. We could at least see the new building, and selfishly we rectify the no proper hangout. If I can have like a safety catch of people, yes. But there's so many, I hate trauma for preventing me from doing things. I'll work on it. Let's work through this conversation with Homie Manana. Hold up, 4 pieces? Helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, boots. What about the leggings? Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. He gives you a jolly shrug. Forget about them. I did. I'm ambitious. I'm gonna find all of it, all the pieces. All of it? The lieutenant raises his brow. There are junior officers out there eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them. And I would leave the boots to processing. But, okay, let's find all of it. The plan that he finds it unlikely that he will succeed in this. Oh my god. A Mesquite epic then, all across Martinez. He glances south where the canal runs. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you. Thank you for your cooperation. No problem. He finally takes a swig from the flask. See that kid? Thank him from... Call me Manana. Thank him for showing me the way. He's sincerely grateful he's not tracking down pieces of armor right now. I'm looking for assistance with the dead body situation. Body still hanging in the tree? He rubs his chin as if pondering his core belief. Hi, that's a rough pickle. Can't help you with that. Sorry. I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the union can render assistance. Does this mean you let me through the gate? I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a grantor of passage. He takes a swig and points up the stairs with his flask. The passage grants itself. If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way? That's simple. I just walk in. HBO Max changed. It's now just Max. That's what I heard, which sounds so stupid. How confidently can you go up to a random person and talk to them? It depends. If I need something from them, pretty confidently. If I need something from them, I can. If something needs to be done, I can do it. If it's like I want to, just for funsies, I can't do it. I can't do that. What if they talk back? Oh man. Like if I needed to tell them something or get something from them, it's the need. If it's necessary, I can do it. If it's like I think they're cool and like I want to chat with them and get to know them, I can't fucking do it. Never happening if needs be with me. In Target today, I was like, excuse me, how would you pronounce these baby names to a couple people? I could probably do something like that. Because it's an agenda. To me, it's like, if it's for a school assignment and I need to do it, I got an excuse. I love field research. It always makes Amy so uncomfortable. Oh no! I feel like if you say excuse me, kind of hard to like ask people permission for their time, but Mariana, I would pronounce it like that because it makes me think of the Marianas Trench, which, no? How do you pronounce it? You really want to try and make it out to Philly in July? Yo, pack some skirts and tank tops. It's gonna be hot here. The Mary part would be different? Mariana? I mean, I pronounce lawyer wrong as fuck, so don't ask me for pronunciations. I will pack all the skirts. I want to look cute as fuck. Easy. But everyone pronounced it like you did so well. I'm sorry. Shorts and leggings. That's fair. That simple. I just walk in. I walk right past Measurehead and go in. Past Measurehead? Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Seminese supremacist there. He points to the bridge above the gates. Walk right past him. Right. It's that Anglification. I don't want my little girl to have to go her whole life correcting people. Can confirm. My true, hidden last name. I've spent my entire life correcting people. Stephanie Stone is so much. Then press the button to unlock the door. Aha. Then go past him again. Okay. And you enter the harbor through the office. Está. You're saying it's actually quite difficult. Don't worry. I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best measure it in a physical confrontation. Oh my god. Yeah, I definitely get that. Hi, you. What is it? Or you could convert to his Seminese supremacist worldview. Or strokes his mustache. Maybe it actually is completely impossible. Has anyone here ever bested him in a physical confrontation? I could not do that. I'm a fucking shrimp. Not yet, no. He fixes his eyes on you, evaluating your prowess. Incredibly strong. Has any of the scabs tried converting his worldview? Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Maybe I could do that. What the hell? Why is a check bag like $100 through Frontier? Probably because that's where Frontier makes all their money. That's bonkers. I've learned that, this is very late for me to pick up, but I've learned that some airlines that are cheap as fuck get you through the bag fees. Sometimes it's better to go through a different airline because they'll include a checked bag already. Or like they won't let you bring a carry-on. Crazy. Usually prefer Delta if you remember correctly. Sure. Got it, another thing, sure. The man whistles a jaunty tune and when rustling his whiskers. I've come to Martinez investigating a murder. Murder, huh? It sounds like a lot of hard work. You never see me investigating a murder. Boy, our choices are, it's actually very fun and easy, or, you're right, it's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure I'll never get it solved. Or, whisper to him, I have no idea what I'm doing. Or, maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it? Boy. 4? I'm kind of leaning on 4. Of course, Polizia. He gives you a sly smile. It wasn't me. You could rule me out. Easier that way. He seems chill for 3. I was also thinking 3. Oh, Volition. Should we? He's nice. I don't like nice. Drama. You didn't do it. It's the truth. Let's do 3. I have no idea what I'm doing. He whispers back, that's okay. I have no idea what I'm doing either. I don't even know what day it is. He thinks and then decides, don't tell me. It's a better day that way. Do we have a dice roll bot? I think we do. Oh boy. What's the strike about anyway? You know, serious business. Miles, I'm sure the big boss would be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first. He's a chatty guy who wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization. Nice talk. What's up here? Oh, autosaves. A great idea. Good old idea. Run and confront him. Hey, man's boots. We just gotta get him off his feet. In order to succeed, the body has to be down, the autopsy has to be finished, and Kim has to be absent. He wouldn't approve. Like a long while. So funny. Alright. Rolled a 5. You're trying to roll for insights? Do you know your modifiers? What is this? A notice. In case of strike, press button behind guard. A hermetically sealed door, locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking this one. Alright, this fucking measurehead dude. You have to make yourself a character sheet.
Body betrays your degeneracy.
What a portrait! You see being like a +1 at most?
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side agrees. Don't say anything. Size him up first. Say nothing. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look. We're doing save scumming now. I've never save scummed in this game so far, so I don't think I will save scum now. It's more fun if I don't. There'll always be people that have to be corrected no matter what. Trust me on that one. Back? Welcome back. You liked Monterey? The aquarium was cool. Had an anxiety attack there once though? Big water plus me? Nope. Oh no, I'm sorry. Water is scary though. I can't play Subnautica. That shit freaks me out. Why make you select a gender and only have male and female as an option? For Frontier? That's stupid. Morpho what? Yeah, morphophysiology. I've also never heard of that. I'm pretty sure he's made it up.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
Puff out chest. Still say nothing.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
He looks down at you, taking stock of your physique. We need to find time and money to check out this aquarium over here. Would there be a Groupon for it? I always hear about people doing things with Groupons to save money, and I feel like the aquarium might be one of those things, but I don't know how legit that is. His name is Measurehead, that's all you need to know? Right? I feel like that is all I need to know.
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
I failed that check.
Stop it. You are embarrassing yourself
Oh my
in front
God.
of this woman and your pedomorphic friend. This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust, as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it, An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Al Ghul? Oh, alcohol? Al Ghul? Smell your breath. I'm an alcoholic. I don't have a problem. I just drink a little. I need you to take down the dead body or let me in.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got it. Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there? Okay, so we can either say that racist over there, the racist Lorryman, you're just him after pumping some iron, or say, actually, I think the ham sandwich race still has it in them, or I'm the police and I need you to comply now, take a step closer, or the race stuff is unimportant here, I just need you to help me do my job, please. How many of these attractions do you want to check out one moment? Okay. Oh boy. What should I do? I'm like, what the hell? Why are there 5 million options for booking a flight? I know. Kinda nuts. They're all nice choices? You think so? I'd say please. I don't know if I would necessarily say the race stuff is unimportant. But I just need him. I'm just trying to ask him to help me. Why is there a $20 assistance fee to help you check your bags? Is that mandatory? The aquarium, the zoo. What's the Franklin Institute? Big bus company in Philadelphia, Trolley Works, Eastern State Penitentiary without the Halloween aesthetic. Museum, the American Revolution. Battleship New Jersey, and the Academy of Natural Sciences. Oh, you can self-check? I would self-check. The ones that I would be interested in. Aquarium. Sure, the zoo. What's the Franklin Institute? Sure. And the Academy of Natural Sciences. So 4. The airlines are definitely taking advantage of people. It's all about science? Sure. 3. Yeah, and then the Academy. So 4. 4 of them. We booking a flight? When you travel to Cali, what airline do you use? The cheapest. I've used Spirit. Would not really recommend Spirit, but I've used Spirit.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass via for cooperation.
A very moralist choice?
Occidental Haplogroup has fallen.
Is it?
You were once a noble and powerful race.
Were you calling me the Occidental Haplogroup?
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
This guy, he's so funny. I just go Southwest when I've gone to Cali from Denver because in the past they give you 1 free carry-on and 1 free checked bag. Okay, so Groupon, you could get a deal on a city pass, gets you into 3 attractions for $54, or 4 for $72, or 5 for $82. How does that math out? I would like to math out. I shouldn't do this now. How much is that for each number of attractions? How much do each attractions cost? Ordinarily, how much money do you save?
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
What the fuck is happening in front of me? There's a button right behind him. Just out of reach. Must be the one that opens the door to the harbor. Suggestion. This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative. You're right about all this. Now I need you to help me get that corpse down from the tree. I cannot push him back. What superior is inside? I kind of want to be like, yeah. Okay. So goes back to whiteboard and calculates if you don't mind. I'm trying to get through Frontier right now, but there's so many different side fees and stuff for everything. Their tickets are the cheapest. With all the adults, it's stupid and very confusing. And you need a hotel too. There's so much. So many things. Hi, Macchiato. Welcome. My physical fucking buns, bro. My physical's bad. I can dunk a point into something. But we're not about things. I am arguing against Measurehead. He keeps calling me a ham sandwich. I'm not trying to confront him. I feel like that's stupid. It's no good. Like, push him out of the way? Hell no. We're not gonna do that. Just...
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you.
Oh my god.
When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Call me Pinhead. There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He'd take you as one of his own? Wouldn't that mean I have to become a 70s supremacist myself? Well, not as such. What you do with a mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You can reject the finding, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist. You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white? Know anything about this mug? Oh my god. What are those tattoos you're supposed to mean? Okay, we could conceptualize. Our conceptualization's good. Physical instrument is a 3% chance. Terrible. I think Disco Elysium's also on other platforms. It's also an older game, so it should be fairly... Like, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's on other platforms. It should be fairly, accessible. It's pretty interesting. I feel like all different playthroughs are, like, very unique. It's very fun. I would highly recommend, if you're interested in it, definitely check it out. Is my recommendation. There's, like, so much to it. I don't know. It's fun. PlayStation, Xbox, and even Switch? Oh, wow. Okay, let's try to conceptualize. We got it. It's a good roll. Alright, ask what kind of races are there first. Classification is core to this stuff. I can't believe we're gonna conceptualize being fucking racist in this supremacist. Problem is, you're better off sailing the high seas because corporate screwed the devs over? Wait, really? In what way? Why? Boy. Measurehead, I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races are there. Do you? The lieutenant looks at you? This is for the thing. The lieutenant looks towards the harbor's electronic door and then to you. He lets out an audible sigh. Kim, I'm sorry. You are obviously a liberal Theolite, the man tells him, a polyculturalist. I also? love that this dude talks in caps. It's choice. Measurehead is such an interesting situation. You know that race theory is ethically wrong, but you're standing in front of him, taller than you and grim looking. Why is this dude using such big words for no reason? It's still $40 on PS5? Yeah, I would definitely keep an eye out for it. It would definitely go on sale. Individual, the tickets are about $25 each. So 3 for $52 is about 3 attractions for the price of 2. Best deal is 5 attractions for a little more than the price of 3. That makes sense. I'm only really interested in 4. Is there a time limit on when they have to be looked at? Like, do we have to go within a certain span of time? Polyculturist, I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile C through F, race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education on? Oh god, okay. Type A. The reason is that he's just reciting race theory. Okay. Those are the Semines, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals. Is type A, the heroic races. Excluding the Mon? The Mon are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. This is a heroic race? Fuck. Pass only active for 5 minutes after you buy it? I was like, what? JK. The pass is good for a year. Oh. Once you go to the first place, it's only active for 9 days, so you have to go to the 4 attractions within 9 days? It's kind of bonkers. That's a lot. That's like if I was a tourist. So I guess... yeah. I guess we're better off just buying a freaking ticket then. A receding genetic pool has led the Mon on reprehensible street parades in Mon cities like Stad's Canal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clocks on their feet and little green tassels on their hats. Okay, God. Who are Type A then, in your view? The Vespertines and Messinians of Vesper and Messina. The ancient... Is this dude gonna quiz me? This is good research for StaffCon? That is true. The ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the Golden Pisantic Sea? Okay. Okay. Continue receiving wisdom. Continue. Nature was not capable of more. Since a lot of us can't go skydiving, I know, it's okay. Alright, Type B, the unheroic. Amorphous non-competitors of the Great Race. The Koikos and the Vaucheliers. They are mud-colored people? Oh boy. Koikos of Garod, Hugo, Yems, Chest et al. Are what you would call white. Officer in a suspect description. Said Koikos, I've been trained to identify them as white in official description. Oh, interesting. Just say mud-colored? To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. Is that why he calls me ham sandwich? Well, look into their eyes and you will see he squints, full of sage wisdom. They are of an indistinct muddy color, and so is their skin, unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Garod people have undergone for drinking alcohol and smoking the degenerate tabac herb, and for eating potato. The sprite of the dude looks like he's wearing a neck brace, a measure head. I could see that. The stuff he's saying is bonkers. The Khoico, the countless micronationalities of Grodd, are all inexplicably obsessed with Potat. The only thing they like more than dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba? Okay, anyways. Shelly, yeah, okay. Just keep... Okay, is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? I have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off. Go away, stupid political thoughts. What was this revolution? Fueled morale? Oh boy. Cool. We'll just keep going. Enough type E mediocrity. He nods, satisfied with the outcome. Alright. Primary experiments? Your morbid interest that worries me? Yes, better not to get into it. Okay. It would be cool to entertain ourselves. Okay, whatever. Now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory? You understand nothing. Solve the great race enigma. You have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it. Help that body if I do? We will see! Access to the Union is important for investigation, but there may be another way in without becoming a race theoretician. Am I mildly worried he might get seriously, Lieutenant thinks? Yes, I am, he concludes. I am worried. Boy. Basically, the guy who handles the corporate side of the game bought majority share to become the CEO and fire the creator of the games on criminal grounds. That's fucked. I didn't realize that was a thing. I'll take it just in case. You need to internalize what you've heard. Is my only other chance? Is the only other thing I can do is to knock him out? Is it my choices really just be racist or fight this dude? I don't want to be racist. That would offend Kim. I also don't agree with it. I mean, you're right. We could try fighting. I literally have a 3% chance, guys. No, don't spoil. I could just leave. Should we fight him for shits and giggles? It's also a white check, so that means I can redo it. It doesn't knock me out of anything. It would just be bad. It would just be embarrassing. That 3% chance is rolling a double 6. You never know. Well, you throw 2d6 dices on a double 6, it's a win. My physical instrument is literally a 1. There's a chance. It's not impossible. Or should we walk away? Imagine if I did knock him out. That'd be so funny. What would Jester do? I do have healing items left. Jester would walk away. We could walk away. We do have other options. Not soft and weak like other men. Can I just... Boy. Alright. How many more places to explore? Maybe. Phrase. Advanced phrase. -1 drama, fooled by the absurdity. You would gamble on the double 6? Very tempting. Every one of us would. I've made that mistake before. Okay, I'm not sure what else there is to explore. Hold on. What the frick frack else do I have left to do? We gotta confront Kuno. We need it for Claire's help. We need a bowl. We need my badge. I'll Joyce. Tattoo? I don't want to ask this dude. He's a fucking racist. I have 3 bottles. Let's go. Turn them in. -1 drama doesn't sound bad considering your intelligence. Yes. Not terrible. But I would also say it's not... I don't necessarily want it. We do have to confront Kuno, so I guess let's go confront Kuno. Hey, dude.
Fuck does Kuno care?
I talked to Manana about the armor. So, he raises his eyebrows, projecting aggressive indifference. He told me he promised to stick the pig on him. He said to thank you. Wasn't too keen on chasing down the armor anyway. Fuck, okay. He looks confused. Good idea. I will remember this, Kuno. That's it. God. Just confront him? Okay. I need a near game like this? That would be fun. Well... put the advanced race theory idea into a free internalizing slot in your head. If there are no free slots for you, then pass some time when it's internalized, return to measure my head. This is how thinking's done. What else should we do? Pull the panels aside. Be a shabby little door. Right. This is a shack Kuno mentioned. Let's take a look inside that. Can I go over here? I cannot. Wow. Alright. An empty tub of magnesolum magnesium supplement. Oh, this goes up. Wait, hold on. In all fairness though, when life sometimes you need to internalize something to realize how silly it is and discard it. I kind of feel like... I mean, we could, but... I don't know. Silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder. Be still my beating heart. It's amphetamine? Oh, God. Lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean. Someone is taking narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere? Perhaps not. He looks at you. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, he points to the ladder in the corner. That ladder there? Probably another way into the industrial harbor. No? A secret path the local kids use? Why why that's on hold for so long? Like, did they really push it out the door too soon or something? They claim COVID, but it's been like 2 months now. I bet they did just to push it out too soon and couldn't keep up. That's a shame. A face when thinking about justice. Poster says, get out of the way or get fucked up. Cured pig's head. It looks mummified. What's this? Oh, money. That'd be taking debt. It is very expensive to travel. Whoa. What's doorway's gonna collapse soon. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. 500 to get to Philly and like 1,000 for a hotel. Oh my gosh. What's that? Postcard? Postcard Grand Quran 37. This postcard depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jamrock Quarter. 13-story buildings line the hillside like sarcophagi, an ominous fog already rising from behind. These are the last boom years. In 39, the project fails catastrophically, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B-infested slum. Hey Cal, can you bring me my peanuts? Peanuts! Nuts, not this. Thanks. No, it's okay. I'm just gonna munch on them. It's okay. I gotta get more soon. Are they so good?
Throw them in the cap.
I'm hungry. Oh my god. And we're just get the shit out of the stick. I heard about the last step of Kill la Kill too. Sucks. Oh, no, not bad. You guys like honey roasted peanuts? I love money. Just on the roof. Days I want to spend time in Philly. I'm glad you do. Can I not interact with this door? June 30th to July 9th. Probably because it's so soon. Policeman cloak. Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. Man down, a trooper has been left behind the enemy lines. You can swear it's more of an instinct than an actual sight, but you know there's the RCM signature rectangle on the cloak. The cop's cloak. A cop's cloak! It's a cop's cloak! Yes, it's probably yours. Appears the RCM insignia and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. He judges the drop. You'll probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day? Look around. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. Oh, damn. Later in July, another equipment you've lost? For real. Look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time. Motherfucker, let out a whistle at the huge crane. We'll let him have his moment of wonder. His eyes trace the crane's contours of trying to memorize its majestic shape. Then he notices your gaze. Yes, you're in the middle of something. Your cloak. What are you doing here? The leader of the Union? Or exploring? Doesn't seem too dangerous. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you. Oh my god. What's savoir-faire? Oh, it's in Motorix. Bad. I could add another one into it. harnessing my savoir-faire. Many physique and motor skills. Take this shit off. Pants and shoes. Hello, Lobo Ray. A little higher. I can add one into it. We did it! Pantsless! As deep in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. You do well in athletics with your underwear on? Hell yeah! Tidy ways out for jumping? Faux show. Thugged up nerdy? I'm chillin'. I suddenly became very hungry, so now I'm munching on peanuts. I said I'm hungry, so I'm munching on peanuts. Oh my god. Close your eyes, let your senses take in the world around you. Ankles tingling from tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for the rendezvous with the concrete pavement below. Still want the money? Continue voyage. Woohoo! As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline. I knew you could do it, the lieutenant exclaims. My climbing down may not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now. Nice. We did it! Put that shit back on. No, thy neighborhood. Yeah, it's 3 points. The game is so much fun. Oh shit! Actually go in somewhere. Radio's emitting strange buzzing sounds? Oh, that's how we got outside. Payphone. What's this? A book? Postcard. File cabinet. Someone left a coffee machine on. Typewriter. Every worker equals member of the board. At the bottom, the union logo, demand democracy. Have you ever seen Disco Elysium, Lobo? Magnesium. Neat office shades. Help my visual calculus. Less drama, though.
Yes?
Nothing. I'm behind you. Started the game so and you have not. It's a pretty interesting game. I think it's fun. I almost forgot to properly close one of the drawers. It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this. Let's see what's inside, he thinks. Documents. Anything interesting? Oh boy. Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration is enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer. A to-do list. Remember, Leo, a virtues Special whirling borscht. Water everarts plants. Sweep office floor more banners. Huh. Look, Kim, a to-do list with a list of errands for Evrart. Evrart Clare, probably. Head of the Debardairs Union. Risk of Rain 2? I've never played that. I think I might have it, though. One of his days must have left it. Nothing incriminating here. Special bourse seems odd. Whirling. Like whirling in rags. What's up?
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
Interesting. My hostel room calls. Door's locked. Cannot be opened from the side without a pass card. I'd be down. I have no choice but to talk to the union here. Collecting rainwater. I guess we have to go tuck in now? How do I get down? Bunch of cigarettes. Wine bottles. Did I do this? It's really sad. I must have been miserable. Yes. Damn. So I was up here. Renee or no. Photo of a happy couple. Ask him about it. Who's Renee? Forgot about him. Postcard. A book to read. The grumpy guy with the military outfit? Sunday, you're off Sunday and Mondays. Only Saturday after 7 is time. I can let you know. I got down here. All around you, great machines and quiescent. Closet eye of halogen watch is emitting a low buzz. Ah, the bowling game? White pine trees are printed on this green covering, looks like a forest under snow. How the hell do I get back? Brain control? Oh boy. This does not seem like something I should have access to, however. Marsh is on, Arret is off. Okay. Thanks for hanging out, Lobo Ray. Huh. What's this? Money. Awesome. I don't know, is it a special container? Man. Okay, that's fair. Our job is to get the body from the tree. Money. Hi, Shroha. Like locked. Industrialized. It's very nice and productive so far. How's your weekend? This person.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
Lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent so thick it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi. From the vanishing peninsula of Ubi on Mundi?
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Leave him alone for now. Right. Kim said we should go to bed, but I can't. I'm stuck here. Airlines do want to charge you if you want to choose where to sit. That's a luxury now. Came back from the gathering with extended family and a melting party? Oh, because it's hot? Welcome back. Sure, let's look. Getting a moldy. Look closer. F and a K. A clue? Paradoily. Hard. Etienne Hogarth, member of the board. Ah, magnetic strip, nice. Hi, Dojinko, what's up? I feel the same, Thunder. 30 degrees Celsius? Oh, wow. Pallets? Fish? Taxidermy fish, that tells time. Something about the container that elicits happiness. Guess we'll do. How the hell do I make it back? Knock on the door, open it. Persuade the door open. Fine. I had a thing pop up, but maybe not. Whale. Pardon. Maybe I can open the door now. like, everyone's gone. Crazy. Really bad time. I want to go to a Philly meat partner. It would be so much cheaper partner to go out there. That makes sense.
Can I help you?
I think we're good.
Yes?
Nothing. Oh, here. This is the door to the room you were decorated. Good night, Lieutenant. Talk about our progress? Okay. Partner can't house you. Most expensive part? Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then.
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
He lights a cigarette. Apparently he smoked. I did not know that. But... How do you think today went? Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. Not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. I'd say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up on. Then you shot him in the chest, which wasn't ideal. Still have to get him down from the tree. By not ideal, he means he can't believe he'll let you try that trick and would be angry if he didn't feel the outcome was partly his responsibility. I admit, I'm a little out of practice. Being sober also tends to help with precision. But, moving on to the interviews. We didn't get to meet Everard Claire, but we did get into the harbor. It'll be easier to reach him tomorrow. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. He frowns. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous this situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us. Him is really emphasizing something this much. It really must be important. I don't want to be in her debt, though. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot! I'm sorry, I like to run. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice? I don't like to waste time, you know. My mind moves fast. The rest has to try to keep up. Hello, Level NB. Thank you so much for subscribing for 27 months. I appreciate it. I'm training for a long distance run. I want to raise money for charity. Yeah, that's just how we roll in Precinct 41. I don't know why I do the things I do. Lieutenant Katsuragi. Or Kitsuragi. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I do what I do. It's impressive. Especially for a man your age. And in those heels? He nods thoughtfully, tapping his finger on his cigarette. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. He looks at your snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly. I didn't know you smoked. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. Something of a ritual. Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette. How did you get so cool, Kim? You mean this? The light of his cigarette illuminates a fleeting smile. This isn't cool. It's an unnecessarily trial of will, and unhealthy. Flicks the ash. Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit. And to breathe. Yes, he pulls on the cigarette. It's been a long and eventful day. So what are our powers exactly, the RCM? They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with the interdepartmental schedule. Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse? Yes, although indirectly, citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. He frowns. Undermines trust in the RCM. Okay, what else? Can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. How can you be sure the arrestee will show up? You can't. If they don't show up, become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. As far, they seem to mostly show up. The power calls you, you come. But power itself is a fragile trick of perception. I see, and if someone resists, not refuses. As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we're permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power. If I kill someone on duty, you have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary for you to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner, witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly by cross-examining you for inconsistency. It's hard to cover for anyone. For the best. What happens to the people we convict? We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Quran and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testament and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them. He taps on his coat pocket. I feel like it'd be rude to ask him if he's killed anyone. Who makes all these rules? The coalition government and the Moral Lantern more broadly. The RCM was founded by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. His gaze is absently fixed on a window below. Dark. Or, perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Say nothing. Silence, a great comment to a great conundrum. The Moral Lantern. What is it? The Moralist International are the world's moral intern. Moral. I thought it was Moral Lantern, but it's Moral Intern. But it's short for Moralist International. World's largest political organization. He pulls on a cigarette. You know who they are. They've been running this place after the revolution failed. If I didn't know, how would you describe them? They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. A coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world. What do they believe in? What do they believe in? They're DeLoreans. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they're just technocrats. There's others say they continue humanist project set forth by Dolores Day. Symbol. Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think from that. Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something ominous. Love this conceptualization says kind and usual. Logic says self-explanatory. And the Inland Empire says something ominous. Who's Dolores Day? A historic figure? The author of the modern age? He thinks. You'll have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract. What do you think of them? The Moral Lantern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts, unless they change. And he looks at the city below. Doesn't look like that's about to happen. That's more than that. The kind of affection in him. You like the Moral Lantern. Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky, he quotes. Not all that bad. That's another leitmotif associated with moralism. But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. He thinks, then changes his mind. No, I believe in the RCM. It's enough for me. I have an opinion on the Moral Lantern. Do you? Lieutenant arches his brow, then pulls on his cigarette, a white thing on his fingers. Things are bad out there, points to the city. We need them here, giving us the right to police Revachol. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? This is communism. We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization, protecting bourgeois rights. Oh boy. The fascist choice? I don't know how I feel about the Moral Intern. experienced them enough. I have an opinion. My kind of police officer, he nods, a light smile, and looks at the roundabout. I think you have generally less knowledge about the world of Elysium to know about political affairs of Revishul. Yeah, I'm like, man, I don't know. We'll just look into the night. The dying lights of the city shimmer below, slowly, like luminous clouds. They pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. This soldier, the highlight of the day for me, thing. This little stick right here. They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno? Different inland. In Shamrock and the GRIH? Pulls on the cigarette. Why are they like this? It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs. To the Union? The company? Not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks. Jurisdictions of our two precincts. And in Jamrock and the GRIH? We run the city. West of the river is RCM land. He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky. It's incredibly hard. Human beings, or... He shakes his head. But we are in control. And it's worth it. The organization works. Our system works. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate. Hello, Riku! Hi, friends! Welcome in! Howdy, hello! I don't know if people are being hit with ads. I shall wait. Hello, All Too Swift! Hello, Excision Player! Welcome in! Thank you for shouting out, Riku. Bloom. How was Mega Man Battle Network, Riku? Hi! Welcome in, new people. A quick introduction. My name's Steph. I play a bunch of different games here on Twitch. I like chatting with you. And I like playing video games. I like conversation. I have lots of fun with that. So if you like chatting, we'll probably get along. I don't know. I suck at introductions. I do them different every time. I just like to chill and hang out. Yeah, hi, welcome. It was fun. You're 5 games in the Legacy Collection. How many games are in the Legacy Collection? I'm really bad at Mega Man. It seems fun, and I wish I was better. I've only played like 2 Mega Man games. I played like Mega Man 2, maybe like 3. I'm very not good at it. But I do hear really good things about Battle Network. So I feel like I should pick it up and give it a shot sometime. See how good I am at that. We were playing Disco Elysium, which is a very fun and unique, like, RPG game. It's been fun learning about it. Hi, Crows! You can't actually watch because you haven't beaten Disco Elysium. I'm just on the end of the first day. I'm debriefing with Kim. So I'm not that far into it. Oh, it's 6 games. Battlework 3, 4, and 5 have 2 different games. So interesting. Yeah, I feel like you should be safe for a while, Crows. I don't know how far you got into it. You're like mid-day 2. You're so far ahead of me. This is like my 3rd or 4th time sitting down playing Disco Elysium, and I've finally gotten towards the end of day 1. So there's that. I don't know how long it's going to be. Oh yeah, and 6? 3, 4, 5, and 6 have 2 different games? I see. So apparently you might be able to actually pay the rent. I've paid off the first night's rent. I have 14 real right now. You're hyper-focused on I'm gonna pay that goddamn rent. I asked the rich lady for money. She gave me enough money. I've been collecting cans all over the fucking place. You didn't make it day 1? Your first time around, you didn't make it for day 1, Cheeks? Can you beat people up at this game? You probably can. You have stats. And you can choose how to build yourself. I decided to build myself the way that I see myself. So, very terrible physique, okay motorics, best at psyche, and second best at intellect. Okay, we're starting looking for the rich lady. You could beat people up. Yeah, you can. I had the option to try to knock someone out earlier, but I had a 3% chance of being successful. My, like, physique is bad. Physical instrument is a stat responsible for flex powerful muscles, enjoy healthy organs. It's a 1. I'm so bad. I'm not. That's not me. You could beat people up if you were strong. However, I've not made my character strong. When you see the rich lady, she's in the docks. I just straight up asked her for money. I think I succeeded the check for it, and she just gave it to me. She just wrote me a check. You had a wonderful moment for not being able to pay it? Oh boy. I don't even remember what moment it was. I just remember I am poor. There is no Kelvin. No. You have, because the plot of this game is basically, the less you know, the better. But if it helps you kind of know, you're a cop who wakes up knowing nothing. They actively integrate the fact that you know nothing when you play for the first time into the game, so it's really great. But you're a cop investigating a murder. The hanging out with Ken? Oh, thank you for sharing 200 bits for tonight. So, my partner, his name's Kim. I love him. I would kill for him. Which is the exact opposite of how I feel about Kelvin. Have you been able to play this update, by the way? I saw that they brought custom effigies back, and I'm very excited about that. I appreciate you, Porter. Thank you. Not being able to pay was one of your favorite outcomes? Really? I want to play this again, for sure. I'm curious to see what it would look like when you don't pay it. Inland Empire is like my championing trait, which is hunches and gut feelings, dreams, and waking life. And I'm constantly having a stupid inner dialogue with myself in the game, and it's great. I love it a lot. It is kind of like D&D, where like you roll. Well, it's like, I mean, it's not just D&D that has like dice rolls, but you roll. You have dice checks to see if you succeed or fail. Okay. Esprit de Corps is like our knowledge of the police station. Don't we all have stupid dialogues with ourselves in our minds? Like, yeah, basically. So it's great. Night. Captain Ptolemy Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse waits by the motor carriage, chewing oats out of an oat bag. Eagles fly overhead. The sky is black. Captain Price wears a black suit and a standard patrol coat as he mounts the horse to head home. Rows of houses on either side hunching over the sidewalk, and Precinct 41, with its dome roof growing distant. Around him, this silence. A kid on the corner waves at the captain, takes a turn on Perdition and Maine. The horse neighs, the captain nods back. Thanks, kid, he thinks, grateful. I hope our situation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good. And you have like dialogue options, but I think they're very fun. We won't change anything here. I'm hopeful. Me too, he says quietly. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetime. Thank you for this. Thanks, Kim. Woohoo! We leveled up! New skill points! We've completed our end-of-day debrief with Kim. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go. He puts out the stub of his cigarette and looks to the door. You and Amy are about to come over? Okay. I'm auto-saving. We're gonna head inside and sleep. Oh god, our fucking. Hi, the dead one. See you in the morning. Bye. Oh, that's his room. The bed is cold, not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. Hold on. Someone I know died in the room. What do you mean? How are you doing, dead one? Locked. Attempt to stop. Locked. I see. We'll let the mirror be for now. Necktie grabbing? They died? This is what I cheese? to know about the mirror. There's a lot of things you do differently once you realize them. I'm excited to look more into the game after I complete it. You're alright? How am I doing? I'm doing well. I'm wrapping up this day in game. Sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. So you just cheesed it? You cheesed it. And then sleep doesn't come, but I want to sleep. Time for you to sleep? Okay. Thank you for hanging out, Macchiato. You don't remember what it was, but you do remember being amused. Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening. Why? Maybe it's the bed's fault? Check the pillow. Synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Check the blanket. Barely covering your toes, stretching over your soft belly. Your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your throbbing eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. Don't get off this carousel quite so easy. Roll over to the other side. A little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Killed him. Who? Something to do with Union? No more thoughts. Fall asleep. Oh? The dead body? The dead body's like a disco. Why is he hanging on like a disco ball?
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
Our choices are, what is this? Or, I remember nothing. Or, I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die. What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
Okay, this is the second time we've heard the name Harry in reference to ourselves. I'm pretty sure we're named Harry. I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are. You said who I left. I was left. Oh, you said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
I was left?
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there.
That's
One
our
hand
name.
on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I don't want him to be sad. I want him to get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What's Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere.
Disco Elysium.
Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I can come back from this?
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing.
Oh, hello!
High contact.
Hi, Raging. Thanks for the raid.
Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this
You're
case.
trying to what?
Ancient reptilian
I can't
brain.
hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry,
this unnourishing?
Oh my god.
There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of
I hope you had a good
new
stream, Reggie.
type of hangover.
What were you streaming? What? No.
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse the time to go to work in the shit factory.
Oh, caliber 6, nice. All right, 7:30 day 2. Can I get up? There we go. Good going, buddy. I just had the most beautiful dream. What's going on? Are you tired? What is happening? Pumped all the speed out of my system? Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. I'm not gonna go looking for speed. We're not gonna do drugs. I can do this without the speed. We'll be fine. I'm sure you can get a little Seuss. I feel like it's possible, but I believe in us. I think we'll be fine. Good. I saved. Do my new save? We'll do a new save, just in case. Okay. What if you have a little speed as a treat? Maybe I'll be more unhinged in the second playthrough. Because I'm sure, I feel like I'll do one. I'm going to not play anymore, however. We're done for the... It is past 9. I feel like we've made some decent progress. We finally got to the end of day 1. I can't tell sometimes if, like, time is actually passing or not. I also feel like it's important to play a few times. I feel like it's, like, built to be played a few times. The construction of the game is so fascinating. It is, but it passes quite slowly. Well, that's good. Helpful for people like me. IMO. Try to stream it every Sunday. Got almost too comfortable. Forgot about it hanging in here. Oh, I'm glad that you like hanging out so much, Raging. That means so much. I appreciate it. Should we raid? I'm not sure who to raid. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I don't pay enough attention to the time in game to like notice whether or not it actually passes. Because I feel like I see the passage of time happening, but like repeating, but I don't know how much it actually passes. So, I don't know. I feel like I see the sun going down and coming back up multiple times, but I haven't like actually super paid attention, so I could be completely wrong, you know? You've played that first day a few times? I know there's some mechanical stuff that's worth knowing, but like, I think it's more interesting to find out on your own. Same. Normally, I don't refuse like a little help, a little bit of like orienting. I feel in games, like I don't mind if people tell me like mechanics so I can like orient a little bit faster. But Disco Elysium seems like it's a type of game that is specifically engineered to be played knowing nothing. Whereas like other games, it's kind of like you'll figure it out as you go, but it's not like there's like figuring it out is not necessarily an integrated part of the process in the game itself, the way that it is in Disco Elysium, if that makes sense. Like, Disco Elysium is specifically built with handholds out of transitioning from like knowing nothing about the world to learning about the world. So it makes that inherent process of learning about the world like part of the gaming experience. I hope that makes sense. Overall, I find it quite fascinating. I think it's very fun. So I'm glad that hopefully you guys are enjoying this with me. I picked this game because I have been wanting to play for so long. I've been so curious about it, and I know it's the type of game that is best when you know nothing about it. And I was tired of not knowing anything about it, so you guys also enjoyed. I will be signing off here now. I'll just be skedaddling. But thank you so much, Riku and Raging, for the raids. I super appreciate you guys. I will be back again tomorrow because today is Sunday. So I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to be aiming to stream a little earlier because tomorrow is a holiday. I have it off from work. So I am planning to hopefully be live around 4 or 5. We'll see. I'll be starting a little bit earlier. We're going to be playing more Danganronpa. I will also be cosplaying tomorrow. This should be a good time. Have a good night. Hope you had fun. I'm super tired. Yeah, no worries. I'll be signing off. You get some rest, Riku. Everyone else, too, if it's late where you're at. Or even if it's not, get some rest. Rest up. The holiday sounds nice. Oh, I wish you could have one. But yeah. Hopefully, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for tuning in and for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah. See you guys next time. Mwah. Bye.